Our game changer this time is in the health sector. Dr. Njagi is a laparoscopic surgeon, the modern way of doing surgery with minimal invasion. But that's not the story. Dr. Njagi is the founder of Laparoscopy Mashinani, an initiative which is meant to give rural communities affordable surgical services. And this is where it all began, so come with me. At ACK Mount Kenya Hospital in Kirinyaga County, we find Dr. Njagi in action. At hand is a case of endometriosis, a complex disease that affects roughly 10% of reproductive age women and girls globally, according to the World Health Organization. 4 hours into the surgery, and Dr. Njagi is making good progress.
I'm really happy with the progress. Endometriosis, let me say particularly, it's a huge problem. Unfortunately, we call endometriosis a disease of furies, or we call enigmatic condition. By that, what it means, we really don't understand the cause of endometriosis. So there are different theories. The commonest one that is believed to contribute to endometriosis is what we call retrograde menstruation. So menses, when a woman has menses, it shoots from the uterus through the cervix and through the birth canal. But menses can go back through the fallopian, and that's what we call retrograde, menstruation. And not only the blood, but what endometriosis is basically, I think now it's important for us to understand, is you have tissue which are similar to the tissue that are found inside the uterus growing outside the uterus. The challenge of this condition is how does it develop? So that would even make the treatment easy. So what we actually do for this is management of the condition. It's not this is not curative. As much as this surgery was aggressive, I cannot now tell the patient you are endometriosis free. And that is really difficult sometimes for both we, the clinician, and the patient.
For many years, laparoscopy has been a service for a few in private medical centers, mostly in Nairobi. A situation that Dr. Njagi hopes to change with his Laparoscopy Mashinani initiative. Together with a team of medical professionals, they are taking laparoscopic services to the rural areas.
We started in 2019, and I would tell you it has been a journey to get to where we are. So I would say now there are many like-minded colleagues who have started the same venture. You will not believe this. Today, a patient in Mashinani, they are coming and asking for it.
So again, as you can tell, it looks a very busy day today. I've been told that we have about 80 patients that we need to see, and we might have a few procedures during the day, maybe about 10 or thereabouts. So you can see it's really a busy day for all of us, but we're excited to be here.
Through Laparoscopy Mashinani medical camps, these services have now been made accessible to the rural communities, and more awareness is gradually being created. Back to Kirinyaga, where the idea of Laparoscopy Mashinani was first mooted.
Since 2019, I think we've done more than 1,000 cases, and these cases include symptomatic uterine fibroids, we've done endometriosis, we've done ovarian cysts. Basically, in the laparoscopy Mashinani, they have specialized in gynecological cases, though there are some times where we have also done surgical cases.
Now, there are many advantages between laparoscopy and open surgery. Less pain, less bleeding, it's less risk of infection, less risk of hernia. And if you look at it, then you go back and you ask yourself, who are the patients who really deserve? Forget about the cost, forget about who can afford, who cannot afford. If we look at it collectively, who are the patients who deserve to have this surgery? It's going to be the poor patients. And I can tell you what, these are patients who are not going to afford good antibiotics, so they're at a risk of getting an infection. These are patients who are not going to get the very expensive painkillers. This is a patient who might not be able to afford to stay in the hospital for a very long time, because these are the patients who are, daily wages and sustaining the family, more so especially women. Let's be honest with each other. So looking at it though, laparoscopy under all circumstances is reserved to the patient who have no money.
The initiative has, however, not lacked its fair share of challenges.
I will really tell you that it has been a very challenging journey. When you, not only in surgery, but in any skill that you have, it's difficult for a start. So complications coming in and surgery not going the way you want, being very expensive. Sometimes cases that you cannot operate. Patient comes with a lot of hope and sometimes you don't have answers to them. Those are very difficult situations. We've had to change teams. Those are really difficult, situations. And to really sustain it was a little bit difficult because you see, I'm not a hospital, I'm an individual when we started. So really to really maintain equipment and instruments for laparoscopy are really expensive.
Challenges notwithstanding, the focus is now on the long-term goal.
The bigger picture now, the concept has changed over the years. So if we have to answer the question, how can laparoscopy be accessible, is we also have to answer the question, who are providing these services for laparoscopy? Njagi cannot be able to offer it, nationwide. So we have changed the concept. How are we taking it is teach one, and then teach another, they teach another. And this is my concept. People who come to train for me, I tell them, I'll pass on the baton on one condition. You cannot be selfish with this whole skill. You will not believe me that laparoscopy was introduced in this country more than 20 years ago. Why are we hearing it about it now? All right? Because I think there are some of us who decided to hold to it. So we gotta keep on passing the baton. We gotta keep training others. How many more can join the bandwagon that will be able to offer the skill and patient will be able to access these services, not only in the city but across this country.
Everyone, okay, where are we?
History will judge us right, that we did it for the right reason.